In this episode, you see if we win that illustrious Bundesliga title again. Also, can we make it far in the Champions League? We do lose a big name player for us, but how can we replace him? I am going to be replacing him based on data, so we're going to search if we need to replace him, and if not, who is going to play as good as him in that position. You'll also see what kind of other signings I make, and if we can bring in some more insane wonder kids. But first, let's jump into the end of season review. The end of season review of our sixth season at FC Schalke is upon us, and let's just jump straight into it. I am very excited for this one. For the new arrivals, of course, we spent a lot of money on Frimpong, but look how good this guy did. 7.8 average rating, 25 assists as a wingback is absolutely insane. Together with that, we also brought in Tom Roth with 12 assists. Mortellaro, sorry, didn't play a lot for us, mostly as backup, but when he played, he was excellent. Joe Neves bought him for 65 mil, and look how good this guy did as well. All of our signings were insane. I'm also very happy with how Dubuya did this season, a 7 overall rating. Um, also very happy with that, just a very good backup. So very happy with all the signings that we made, and of course these were all our transfers out. I did a couple of big transfers, of course. Carvalho for 48.5 million to Rennes. Malasia left, of course, for 45 mil, and Slolina for 30 mil. And I think those were the most noteworthy. Oh, right. Also, Alberto Molero for 80 mil. I almost forgot about that guy. Very glad that he left because of that. With that money, we could buy a lot better players. Let's go to the season results, and you can see it pretty clearly here. We've become champions of the Bundesliga once again. So this is the second title in 3 years, which means that in 6 years I've taken Schalke 04 from the second Bundesliga to winning the Bundesliga, um, which is absolutely insane. If that you can do all of this based on data, it's absolutely insane. And look at this run. I think the whole season we only lost one game, and it was against Eintracht Frankfurt, where I played a backup squad because we had Champions League games. So did very well. Very happy with this run. We are absolutely buzzing. Like only against the big teams we're having some trouble. Dortmund, Bayern there, Bayern Leverkusen here, Bayern München there. So doing very well, and even Leipzig did very well. Bayern almost missing out on Champions League football, so the players there shouldn't be too happy. Um, in the Champions League, you are going to see it right. We have won the Champions League. Uh, I think the first knockout rounds were pretty easy. Atletico Madrid, and then a 3-1 victory at home to go through on aggregate against Barcelona. And then a 5-1 victory at home against United, where they got a red card, which meant that the 1-1 victory was enough. And then a 2-2, and let me show you this. This was in the Amsterdam Arena from Ajax. We got behind, then we went up in front. Then Sesko scored an equalizer just before the game was ending. And after that, Alexander Arnold scored, so I was like, surely it's over. I hate this game. And then we score a last minute winner by Kaneshi, our goalkeeper. Can you even imagine it? He's just scored a great header, which brought us into extra time. And then we missed the first penalty. Um, then they scored, and then we just went on to score, and they missed twice. So we are actually Champions League winners. So in 6 years, 6 seasons, I didn't just get promoted and win the Bundesliga, but I also won the Champions League, which is absolutely insane. We didn't have the same success in the DFB Pokal, where we got knocked out by Bayern because we just played very poorly, and I had my priorities at the Champions League final. And in the Club World Championships, we didn't really play yet, so I don't know why this is here, but this is yet to be played. So um, very happy with this Champions League victory, as you can imagine. So moments to remember. I don't know why the final against Liverpool is not on here, but they're saying that it's the 4-2 victory against Leipzig, and that was pretty good. That was a well needed victory. So I mean, I can't really complain. And the goal of the season, why is that not the header from our goalkeeper Kanashi? Anyway, we're now worldwidely known by everyone. We have a lot more money in sponsorship deals, a lot less broadcast revenue. Don't know why that is. Maybe we didn't get the money yet. Only 60 million more in competition prize money, which is insane, and 6 million more in matchday and commercial and retail. We're currently earning 36 million with selling 700,000 shirts. So very, very nice with that. And let's check how we lined up. And this is actually how we line up the most of the season. Tsimikas is of course going to leave, but we already have a replacement for him. And look at these insane stats. Frimpong has 25 assists, and look at these goal scoring charts. So Uedrago, Capanzo, and Silva both have 25 plus goals. Like everybody in this team can score, which is insane. Even our goalkeeper. So very happy with how everybody's playing. I think it's going to be hard for me to improve this team again, but I'm just going to try because a lot of people, players are going to leave. So here you can see the timeline, and let me just show you where we won the Bundesliga. Right here we won the Bundesliga, so very nice. 26, 27, and now also in 28, 29 we win the Bundesliga. So that's very nice. I think furthermore there's not a lot to show. Of course you can see our supporters or our followers have grown massively, 8.8 million now on social media, which means that we get a lot more known. Let's accept this current vision and discuss the plans for next season. Um, I have nothing else to talk about. Let's just leave it at that because I don't want to go into there. Yeah, and as you can see, um, I'm trying to see if I can find someone who um, with who we can replace build up our team again. Because Kone, I want to offer him a new deal, but he's not accepting. So he's probably going to leave this season. And of course, you saw in the previous episode that we're also getting in a lot of players. So Ellison, the goalkeeper, is coming in. Sutalo, Pasho, some two youngsters who I bought in. Lubicic, who's just going to be a backup for us. Arda Guler, and I think a new one which you also haven't seen yet, Toza Namora. He is going to be joining us for 42 million in 1-7. Bottom up, very good backup youngster. He's already first team level. Also, if I look to the data, he's almost as good as Chukwu right here. So I just bought him in for 42 million. And then, of course, I have one big transfer target who I really want to get in. And that is, let me see here, Gianluca Casarini. Trying to sign him, but the budget doesn't really allow that, so we need to sell a lot more players maybe. But I really want this guy in. Like, this guy is insane. As Roma want a lot of money from him, but I'm trying to convince them to sell to us anyway, and we'll see how that works. Finance-wise, we have 140 million in transfer budget, or in the overall balance, and we're doing really, really good. We have a steady stream of income here, still 195 million in debt, but if we just keep in doing this well in the Bundesliga and Champions League, it's not really going to be an issue. So that's going to be it for now. I've showed you how we did this season, and I've showed you what kind of transfers we already have coming in. And I will be back to you at the end of the transfer window, and I will show you what kind of signings we made, which players left. For me, that's a couple of months, but for you, that's only a couple of seconds. While I do that, please leave a like on the video if you enjoy, and subscribe if you want to see more. I upload every day, mainly every day. So please do that, and I will see you in a blip. So guys, we're back once again, and I'm first going to show you how we did in the first couple of games. We had pretty tough fixtures, Leipzig, Bayern 04, and Bayern in our first 4 games. We won 3 of them. We lost one against Leipzig where we should have won, but anyway, we are Super Cup winners and we are UEFA Super Cup winners, so very nice to see as well. We've also made it through to the first round of the cup, and in the Club World Championship we got knocked out very, very soon. I didn't really play any good teams, any good squads, so Benfica beat us, and that's a shame. But I was glad that we could leave, so I could get my transfers in order, and my transfers in order I did. But first, let's take a look at what kind of teams we get in the Champions League. United, Arsenal, Napoli, Roma, Madrid, Olympique Lyon, and Ludogorets. So pretty tough draws, but I think we should be able to make it. As you can see right here, we should be able to just go through as one of the first 8, I'm pretty sure, because we didn't really upgrade the team, like I said, but we are really, overall, the team really got a big upgrade. So let's jump straight into the transfers. As you already saw, the transfers in, we brought in Ellison on a free, Arda Güler in a free, who we immediately loaned out, Sutalo on a free, who's a starter for us, Dejan Ljubičić, trying to sell him again because I don't really have a style for him to play, and before he was still good, but now I also have some youngsters who have come through, so they've taken his place. Then William Pacho also come in on a free, really happy with those signings. Then let's go at the youngsters. Di Pietro, not really worth Nodi. Bernal neither. Just loaning them out, see if they can improve. Federico Gatti, I've bought as a backup, so 11.5 for him. Then Fabian Ketel, also a youngster. Junior Kroppi, a new backup striker for us. Looking pretty good. Hope this guy can do some damage. He's on pretty expensive contract, but he wanted that, and I really needed a better backup striker. Javier Casal, another youngster. When we signed him, his potential ability just went down straight away. So really looking forward if he can still reach a high potential. Otherwise, we can just make a little profit on him. Finn Runsel, we've also bought in a backup right back because our right backs left. Siminikas left. This guy is a mental beast with 19 teamwork, 19 work rate, and 19 determination and driven personality. So I think he's going to be pretty good for us. We'll just have to see how he develops. Then also Tose Namora, 42 million for this Portuguese winger. He has it all. This guy is legit. Looking very good. Hopefully he can do some real damage. And then the biggest signing of this transfer window, Morgan Bouncer, 15 million for this guy, and we immediately loan him out. A professional wonder kid, hoping he can develop a lot, and hopefully he will be able to lead our attack in the future. Anyway, for the sales, we've sold Manu Kone. He wanted to leave. Our biggest signing in the 26-27 season for 60 mil went to Barcelona. He didn't want to sign a new contract. He wanted to play for a bigger team, although we just won the Champions League. But anyway, that is how it is. Then Thomas Araujo paid 46 million for Bayern paid 46 million for him. Made a little bit of a loss on him because of the difference between 14 million. Right, between 60 and 46. However, we got Pacho for free, who is a better defender, and they got Thomas Araujo, who is a lot worse. Then just sold some backup players. Luca, I can't pronounce his last name still, went for 22 million to Wolves. Martin Mosca went for 20 million to Hull. Carboni went for 17.5 to Nice. So I got rid of 2 of my backup strikers. Also, Josh McCauley left on to Mainz, and Jonathan Tah left to FC Porto because we didn't need him anymore with the arrivals of Sutalo and Pacho. Then, as you already know, Tsimikas left on a free, Gorjev, which is a youngster, left on a free, and Linen, who's also a youngster, left on a free, so that's all fine. And also, Adrian Rabiot left on to Al Tai in Saudi Arabia. Happy that he's gone because he had pretty big wages. And then all of these loans are players that need to be loaned out, so youngsters who can get some playing time. And let me tell you, a lot of these guys are very close to the first team level. So next season, I'm really looking forward to who can actually make a difference for us. If we then look at our finances, we still have 33 million in the bank if we want to buy someone, and our overall balance is 136 million, which means we're very, very, very rich. Which is good. That's how we should do. And also, our wage budget is now 3.7 million, so we're the 4th biggest, just below Borussia Dortmund. But that's going to increase as we get better and better, of course, because better players want better wages, and our debts and loans are also doing a lot better. One thing that I wanted to show you is that I was trying to go for a pretty big signing, but eventually we didn't really figure it out because he didn't want to leave and they wanted like an insane amount of money, which is Gianluca Casarini. I'm scouting this guy, trying to see if I can get him next season because this guy is insane. If I can get this guy to lead the attack, then we should be able to win the Champions League almost every season. Anyway, trying to see if I can get him in next season. For now, it's okay if he just plays there. And then there was one more thing that I wanted to show you how the tactic is looking like right now. So this is the tactic. Frimpong and Roth is now our starting wingback because Siminikas left. The two new signings, Sutalo and Pacho, are actually our new center back pairing. Dubuya and Da Rosa, who's a wonder kid. I brought him in. I didn't loan him out anymore, and this guy is going to get a lot of playing time this season because he's already very close to the first team level. Then Veloso and Scalvini in the midfield, Neves and Uedrago in the attacking positions, and then up top Chakwu and Gabriel Silva. And the backups are Krupi, Dopanzo, who's still here. He wanted to leave, but he's still here. Toza Namora, who's going to get a lot of playing time, but currently has to do with substitute appearances. And also Luca Mortaralaro on the bench, and also a youngster who we already have from the first season, Tobias Wimmer. He's finally ready for the first team football that he needs. So he's going to be a backup player. I'm going to try to play him a lot. And because Ellison arrived, Ganeshi is now our backup, but actually Dino Nicic is already better than Ganeshi, but Nicic will be our starting backup once Ellison retires, a starting goalkeeper, sorry, and Ganeshi will just keep being our backup. So that's how we just did. Next episode, I'm going to show you how the January transfer window went and how the youth intake went. If you also want to make signings based on data, because as you can see with Schalke 04, we went from the second Bundesliga in 6 years. We've won the Bundesliga twice and we've won the Champions League. So I would say that working with data is very, very good for you. If you want to know how you can do that, follow the link in the description and there's an explanation how I manage my team based on data, how I make signings based on data, and which players I play in which position based on data. Go ahead and check that out. For now, I want to thank you for watching. If you've enjoyed, leave a like and subscribe down below. I upload 3 times a week, so if you're missing anything, just leave a comment down below and I would love to address you for it. Anyway, once again, thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed and bye bye.